Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to what do we call the show again?
MovieTroll. It's been so long, I can't even
It
remember.
has.
It's been like...
Well, I know you're the movie troll,
Yeah.
and then I'm Trex.
Do we need like a title for this? How about, this is going to be MovieTroll Reviews something that's probably in theaters right now.
I can't do that long of a title.
No? Well...
Movie troll!
MovieTroll, sure, we'll continue. This will be the regular MovieTroll. We're probably going to be adding some new features soon, like we're going to do the...
The YouTube word you're looking for is content.
Yes, we'll be adding new content that is additions to this particular portion of the show. We're going to be doing retro reviews where we take classic old movies that I may absolutely love or absolutely hate, and we'll be reviewing those and going back over them. Many times this will be like, I plan on doing like a Ghostbusters because it's the Ghostbusters, and because considering they're coming out with some horrible damnation that's going to be in theaters at some point in the near future.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about the all-male cast with Channing Tatum. Or actually, it's not a whole all-male cast. It's actually like Channing Tatum, another guy, and then two girls. But yeah,
I mean, I really don't have any problem with that. Like the old cartoon series that was a sequel to the original was pretty entertaining. The only problem is they can't have Egon now, which is incredibly unfortunate because Harold Ramis was half of the creative...
we are definitely sidewinding this.
We are. Anyway.
Back to focus.
Today we're going to be reviewing Chappie, which is a new movie coming out from the same guy that did District 9, which was...
13.
13, that's the one. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yes, directed by Neil Blomkamp.
I can't pronounce that and didn't know, but District 9 was a really...
13.
13 was a really...
Wait, maybe it was District 9.
I think it was District 9. And he looks it up on the middle of the video.
I do, because this is why I can do
it. It
now.
was an excellent movie, but there were some problems that I had with District 9 as a whole. Like, its pacing was a little off.
It was District 9.
District 9, not 13, so he can, fact check this stuff in the middle of a video, which is good. It's good. That's just professional right there. Anyway, District 9 had kind of weird pacing. Like the first half of the movie really seemed like a documentary, and it was I'm not watching the penguins or something like that. I was wondering what the hell is going on. It was a very vibrant and interesting new thing, and it was really cool to see that new experience. And as a whole, I really enjoyed the movie, but it was kind of vulgar and kind of gritty and
South Africa.
Well, not just that. Just a general statement, it was kind of... Parts of it made me feel a little uneasy in general. But all in all, it was a really enjoyable flick, and I was really looking forward to either a sequel or new content. And then we got Chappie, which... Do you have a description for Chappie?
I do have a description for Chappie, and my screen went away. Here we go. Description for Chappie, as typed up, or really copy and paste. What? Don't get sassy. In the description. Every child comes into the world full of promise, and none more so than Chappie. He is gifted, special, a prodigy. Like any other child, Chappie will come to understand the influence of his surroundings, some good, some bad, and will rely on his heart and soul to find his way in the world and become his own man. But there was one thing that makes Chappie different from anyone else. He is a robot. The first robot with the ability to think and feel for himself. His life, his story will change the way the world looks at robots and humans forever. That's basically the description I got from the official website, and I need you to settle. Yes, he is a lovable robot, and nothing else.
Pictures.
Yes, they move. It's a moving pictures.
Anyway, yes, Chappie was an excellent film, and unlike District 9, which, again, I liked pretty well, Chappie did something that a movie hasn't done to me in years. I can't even remember the last time that I was genuinely upset when the credits started rolling. Genuinely angry that the film ended, because I wanted more. Not because it was a bad ending, or because it was, anything like that. I was just so enthralled with this movie as a whole that I was like, I want to know what happened.
Yeah.
I want more. It was an excellent film. And that's not to say that it wasn't without flaws, because it was. It had a few flaws that were blaringly similar to District 9, actually.
Well, I loved it.
Oh, it was an excellent film, and I'm not going to. Any gripes that I have are very minute, but it was. I don't know. They just kind of made you feel a little weird while you were watching it.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry. No,
You have no heart.
I really don't. But they did the documentary thing for like 4 minutes, and then they just went straight movie, and it was great. Pacing of the movie felt wonderful. The general atmosphere was good, but again, some of the language in it was a little rough and dark, and unfortunately, the characters that it revolved around, like the gang members that
Ninja, Yolandi, and America.
Yeah, they were just very it's kind
Street.
of very hard to deal with. Like trying to wrap my brain around all that, and it just kind of
Robot Gangsta #1.
Yeah, it soured the movie for me. I mean, it was an excellent movie. If it wasn't for their general disappeal, I would have been 10 out of 10. Best movie ever. Oh my god. Love it. Love it. It's beautiful. I love it. But I couldn't because like these guys were, especially Ninja, who was just such an ass until the very end.
He never wears pants.
He really doesn't. He wears like...
He wears boxers.
And then he wears something around his knees that resemble pants, but...
well, actually, fun fact: did you know that Ninja and Yolandi?
They did the music for the movie. Yes.
Well, they're actually the real people. That's them.
I know that
guest starred, and they're actually from Johannesburg in South Africa. So,
which is neat and all. It's just that I didn't really. I mean, Yolandi grew on me quick. Like she was like a complete cunt at the very beginning, and then Chappie is being his toddler self, and she takes the mother role, does a really good job, and despite the fact that her speech mannerism, all of three of those characters, as mentioned, were very uneducated and rural and undesirable, and not something I would want to be giving a sophisticated robot lessons from. But she just stepped up to the mother role, did a really good job. And then you got Ninja, who decides to throw him, Chappie, who is modeled at the same model as a police cop, or police robot, whatever, in the middle of like a drug den, or like outside of a drug den in front of these people that start beating the crap out of him. He's got like the mindset of like a 3 or 4 year old. Can you imagine putting a little 3-4 year old, in a cop's uniform in the middle of downtown, like the Bronx or something, and it's like, go. No! Dick. Oh my god, I was so mad at this character. I was like, I saw this coming, but really, why? Why? I genuinely felt bad for Chappie. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. I genuinely felt bad for Chappie and multiple times, and it's weird that a character that literally has no, physical person on screen, like someone who is mostly CGI. I don't know, they did like models and animatronics for parts of it too, which were wonderfully and seamlessly put together. I could barely tell which was which. Mm-hmm. When I was going through the credits and stuff, I was like, okay, there was a person or there was something there at some points, and it really was a wonderfully a wonderful collaboration of CGI versus practical effects.
And I think it's the same method that he used for District 9. And I just realized that the District 9 Blu-ray is right there. And I kept saying District 13. Ouch.
#1 super fan. But I really felt for this character. And this movie had a lot of things that were just so wonderful. Like, I don't know, Hugh Jackman being a complete jackass.
And in shorts.
Oh, yeah, he was, and with facial hair. That wasn't.
I'm used to the facial hair. I mean, I saw Les Mis. I'm used to it.
Not that much. See, I'm not going to watch Les Mis because I'm not going to watch a 2-hour sing-along.
It was good.
That's great. It's just not my cup of tea.
No, I'm
sure it was a fine movie, and I'm sure it would have been just as efficient if they had talked the entire dialogue instead of sung it, so that whatever. Anyway, but Hugh Jackman was just such an unlikable ass, and it was very different from what I'm used to seeing him do. Which is kind of awesome, actually.
It was. It really was. You don't really see him play as a villain.
I mean, it was, yeah, he's more like Wolverine. Like,
And the whole time I'm like, you can't treat Logan like that. Logan, get up.
Another actor or actress in this case that was completely out of character was Sigourney Weaver, who did an awesome job and ran away from adversity, which is like the first time I've ever seen her do that in a movie. Which is like, oh, it's not Ghostbusters? You did go towards the action. Oh, it's not Ghostbusters 2? Oh, your baby's involved. Go run towards the action. Like, no, fuck that. There's a robot that just took one of my designers and threw him into the ceiling. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. Like, yes! She's practical. I like it. This is
She ain't go Ripley.
She did not go Ripley. She went exit
anywhere.
Stage left, and she went the hell out of town. It was pretty good.
And we had I can't now I'm back. I can't remember his name, but he was from Slumdog Millionaire. He played the character Dion, who created the AI, and that's all he wanted to do. Is he just wanted to create a human-like AI, because that was his dream. And he created the scouts, those police robots. He made the company millions, but it wasn't what he wanted to do. And he finally created the AI, put it into that robot that we now call Chappie. And basically, he was like the estranged father that he just couldn't be around because stepdad had a gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks to a pawn shop, he eventually got one too. But
he got a woman gun. He got a little pea shooter six revolver. Come on.
Hey! There's nothing wrong with a 6-shooter. It's more reliable. It's not going to jam as easy.
Can he at least get like a bigger gun?
All right, first off, there are plenty of chick guns that have clips on them, and I haven't seen a single chick gun that has a freaking barrel, like, you know.
But it just hurt me.
If he had gotten like a little Beretta or something, I'd have been like, oh man, what are you, like Jill Valentine? But I mean, he went like Dirty Harry on this guy.
It's small enough to fit in his pocket, so it just bothers me that every time you see like this regular guy has to go buy a gun, it's like the smallest little thing.
I mean, what do you need a gun to do? You needed to go bang and kill people. Actually, you needed to intimidate people because most people in a movie are either going to miss or they're not going to fire it.
Especially when you hold the gun wrong.
Oh god, another thing. I was kind of mad at. God, the more I think about it, I hate Ninja. Fuck that character. Chappie's, I don't want to kill anybody. So he gives them throwing stars and knives and says it's going to put people to sleep.
Sleepy weepy.
Sleepy weep. Oh my god. Like, okay, you nap now? You nap now? And the guy's got a freaking shuriken in his chest. Please don't kill me. And you can see, it's hard to say that you look into his eyes and see the distraught in Chappie's eyes. He doesn't really have eyes. He's got screens. But I was like, you could feel the emotion from this
robot.
Yeah, it's like, that speaks such gravity of this entire thing because it was such a good flick.
It was.
Again, I will easily give it at least if I had to rate it between like 1 and 10, it'd easily be a 9.5. I can't give it a perfect score because of
Ninja.
More or less. Not to say that was anything against his character, although fuck that character. But he was just like the whole thing that had revolved around those characters was just so out of place with the rest of the intelligence of the movie, and it just kind of like smeared the general outlook that I had for it. Mind you, I don't know if you would be able to get the same kind of story without that because of how Chappie existed, but I mean I still didn't like it. I don't know.
Can we figure out why Hippo had subtitles when we clearly understood him?
You clearly understood him? Dude, that's the one thing about that movie that I was like, they needed to put that in some other movies. Like, I want to see Bane's subtitles, The Batman Begins, closed captioning, That'd be, Dark Knight Rises. I might have enjoyed that movie if I understood half of his dialogue. I'm just saying.
You can be afraid. What?
What? I can be a friend? Why are you attacking me? Or you can be a fern. No, I don't want any ferns. There's enough green in here already. I will never let that movie go.
No, none of us will. But with Chappie, we saw how, and the entire time, I'm in a theater by myself with two of my friends, and I'm literally every time
I'm in the theater by myself with two of my friends. So you weren't by yourself.
Okay.
You don't understand what these words mean.
I do not. I was with my friends, which gave me the right to be that black guy, because no one else is in the room besides my friends, and they will understand. But the whole time, I'm yelling Skynet. I had no choice. The Age of Ultron trailer was before the movie, and so when the rocks were being thrown at Chappie, or even the other robots, I'm like, this is why Ultron wants to kill us.
I was speaking of the trailers. I actually got to the movie theater a little late, and I went with Charles. He was a friend of ours. The only two trailers that I got to see was Mad Max Fury Road, which I was like, this is one of my top 5. This is probably going to suck. This is a bad idea movies. And then Fast and Furious 7. And I was like, hey, right back on that list. I was like, I can't have nice things. I can't. This is why we can't have nice things. Which is going to be the name of a upcoming
feature
content we're going to have.
But it gave us a look at how AI would really be introduced into society. It would be just a baby. It would have to learn at a slow rate.
That's a pretty substantially fast rate.
He did.
I mean,
it was in 7 days.
He's like what? He's a week old, and he's like creating programs that can like save people's lives.
Yeah, which I'm not gonna go into that but last 15 minutes of the movie was just
physics say what?
It was a complete mind blown. Complete.
It was an excellent film, and I'm not gonna Dumb and Dumber 2 this one, because I genuinely enjoyed this film. I was actually more upset that it ended than anything that happened in the movie. And I can't think of a single movie in a long time that I was like, what happened then? What happened 18 months after?
It was 16. We came into the movie with news reports of
from like a year and a half early. Late.
Yeah, like 60. It was 16 months in advance.
You sure it's 16? I thought it was 18.
It might have been 16
or
18. Whatever. But yeah, it's like these news articles are talking about Chappie, but we don't see it. We just hear oh, this is gonna be great for humanity. Oh, nothing but Chappie news, and then boom. 16 months earlier. I'm like, what the hell?
I do really like that they had He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and that was...
I flipped out.
I was kind of geeking a little bit. I have the power! That was pretty cool.
And this is my cat, Cringer. Yeah, I wonder why.
Animal abuse in the 80s. Yeah, boy. Why is your tiger green? He's half dragon. That's not a thing. Give that cat some fucking meat. Stop giving him your broccoli that you don't want to eat because you're a spoiled prince and no one cares about you. Speaking of which, why is the spoiled prince decked out like a freaking linebacker, but he's supposed to be some weak kid, but he's decked out like a linebacker? I mean, the kid already looked like he could bench press Nevada, and somehow we're supposed to expect, oh, the sword gave him these powers. Whatever, he took his shirt off and he grabbed a freaking butter knife and went to town as He-Man. Anyway. Totally off topic. But.
So, Chappie was released in the theaters on March 6th. It's still in theaters now. No release date on when the DVD/Blu-ray/digital download is going to occur, or even on demand. But you can still catch it in theaters right now, and it's definitely worth the watch.
It totally is. I hope that this movie does really well, because it's one of those films that should.
I feel this was kind of like a parallel universe of District 9.
I guess. I mean, it was really,
And what I also took from this movie is the fact that the new Aliens movie that Neil Blomkamp is creating and directing is going to be in Johannesburg.
You mean like every movie that he's done so far?
Exactly!
Okay.
Oh my god, the aliens from District 9 and the aliens meet.
And they're met by cop robots.
Yes.
Yes.
We call this the Johannesburg trilogy.
You know, speaking of crossovers that needs to happen, you know, Legendary Pictures has the rights to Godzilla,
Yeah.
King Kong,
Yeah.
and Pacific Rim. If there was ever a crossover,
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, it's like that sounds like my wet dream, like on film right there. Like, all I need now is like some bikini clad babes. This would be perfect. Like we need a pool of Jello somewhere, and it'll be fun. There's always room for Jello.
There's always room for Jello.
But that's pretty much our review for Chappie. If you'd like to leave some comments in the or your ideas in the comments below, we're going to be adding some new content, which we spoke about a little earlier and sporadically throughout the feature. One of which we're going to be doing is our retro reviews of movies and things that I really like, I really hate, or I just like to berate. We're going to be doing stuff on remakes because I'm a really big I don't like remakes as a general state. So I want to prove by comparing the original to whatever tried to cash cow off of its coattails why they're bad. And we're probably going to be calling that feature, This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. And in the same regard, we're probably going to put stuff like sequels that shouldn't have been. Like, I don't know, Jurassic Park 3. Just to name. It was really bad. Don't look at me like that.
Wait. That's the one with Grant, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Dude,
talk about Lost World. I will beat your ass.
Lost World wasn't much better. Oh, so you have a daughter that's going to flip kick a velociraptor on...
She's a gymnastic professional!
Yes, she's
Sir!
Yeah, where did she get uneven bars that could support her weight in the middle of a decrepit building?
The prop master.
Sir. It was like... The only good thing about that movie... Like, the book was infinitely better. The best thing about that movie was watching a Tyrannosaurus Rex run down the middle of downtown California. I don't remember which...
San Francisco.
San Francisco? Okay, cool. Like, I was getting super Godzilla vibes about that, and I was like, that is cool. Best thing to come out of the movie, and it had nothing to do with the original film. Or the original book. The book was much better, and it was...
Yeah. But Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. I think my favorite movie he was in is still Earth Girls Are Easy, but...
Because they are.
They're really not as easy as I'd like. But
not anymore.
No.
Hashtag feminism. So, on that note, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more MovieTroll-ness, goodness, roundaboutness.
And if you like this video, please be sure to subscribe, and you might be able to check out some of our other videos, and check out ones that we've got coming out in the future, or ones that we've already had come out. Because, yeah, we need money. Hungry. Ass hungry.
I wants to eat.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Is that it?